Hello everyone, I'm JamaicanEnergy08 and welcome back to another Rant video. Yes, I know it's been too long since I've uploaded, but I'm going to try and get back into rants today. Anyway, today's rant is going to be on a user who's not just attacked me, but my friends over a petty grudge. And that user is BlackyInktoling from DeviantArt. Now, before I get into this rant, I'm going to say that this isn't an attack video. This is, however, a video for people who don't know what this person has done, as well as a video to get people to understand what Blacky has done to people. So let's jump into who Blacky is. Blacky is a 26-year-old from Japan. He makes Splatoon Gmod pictures of himself and includes other people's characters. He has also made himself known for his anger issues and alcohol drinking problems. Blacky is also infamous for attacking, harassing and threatening people in either messages, status posts or hate art. All of these will be further explained as we get more into the video. Now that you know who we are talking about, let me explain some of Blacky's history and the controversy he's been in. Ever controversy Blacky ever got himself into was the time he made a picture of Mad Cat Mark 6's character, Sephora, getting her breast squished to the point of ink coming out of it by one of Broken Newbie's characters, Jason. Now, my friend Daniel Nance14, aka Daniel, got furious at this and called Blacky out on this. After many people saw this as rape, I don't know, they began to attack Blacky until he deactivated his account. When people saw Blacky's picture, they voiced their opinions on it. Some people took a more civil approach and just spoke their opinions out, while others went overboard and attacked Blacky for it. Now, many people defended Blacky for this and scolded the people that went overboard on this, but trust me, we have a lot more to talk about here. Now, this controversy was way worse than the first one, and people weren't so forgiving this time. So many creators were making their current OCs have children, which is fine, I don't mind that. Blacky himself was fond of that. A little too fond of that. He made a picture of his Inksona booping Mr. Madness 02's character Ashura on the nose, which is fine. Booping a child on the nose is pretty adorable. However, on his Tumblr, he made another picture of his Inksona booping Ashura on his special area. You know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, his Inksona booped Ashura on the crotch. Yeah. Let that sink in for a minute. A few people who did some snooping around his Tumblr page found this picture and exposed Blacky, further destroying his reputation and causing him to delete the picture and most likely his Tumblr page. Which is one of the two reasons why I couldn't get this picture. The second reason is that I didn't want to get my video age restricted or taken down. Now that I've explained his past two controversies, let's move on to what he's been doing now, and the next bit will explain all the things Blacky is guilty of.
If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a... Break it down, bitch! Let me see you back it up! Drop that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up!
So this is the current drama he's into now. Before, he harassed and threatened a few of my friends before and now. These friends were REUPLOAD, Broken Newbie, and Daniel. Let's start off with REUPLOAD. He used to stalk Blacky before in the past, which resulted in people attacking him, which was a bit much, but I understand where they're coming from. Nobody likes to be stalked. Now, Rue doesn't do this anymore and has been trying to apologize to Blacky. What do you think Blacky does? Does he A. accept his apology, forgive him and unblock him, or B. make hate art of him, get people to attack him, and cause REUPLOAD to cry? I'll give you 30 seconds to guess. If you all guessed B, then you were all right, because that's exactly what Blacky did. He didn't do this once though, but twice. Twice! The first one just shows Blacky and other people's OCs not to come near him. The second one, which is now deleted, was of Blacky's Inksona killing off REUPLOAD's Inksona. Really? No, really? Is this guy for real? And Blacky's 26 and he's attacking a 16-year-old. What? Let's move on to Chrissy's side of the story with Blacky. Now Chrissy was originally friends with Blacky. However, something happened that caused Blacky to blow up at Chrissy. Chrissy took this pretty hard and was crying. He also apologized for what he did to Blacky. And did Blacky show any sympathy? Or did he forgive Chrissy? Or hell, did he even apologize for making Chrissy cry? Nope! He continues to kick Chrissy while he's down, and due to this, Chrissy now hates Blacky. And they have back and forth battles in status pose. And usually Chrissy wins all of them, with Blacky horribly trying to defend himself. Broken's run with Blacky was something that happened in January. Broken had a panic attack and a mental breakdown. Broken explains that he tried to change Blacky, but to no avail, as well as explaining that he should have handled the situation much better. He also warns people that they shouldn't trust Blacky as a friend. Yep, it seems that Blacky's already harmed 3 people, and we're still not done. Now it's time for Daniel's drama with Blacky. Remember when I said that Daniel called out Blacky for his first controversy? Well, Blacky doesn't know how to let go of grudges and began to attack Daniel for making not safe for work / smart. Now before, Daniel was overprotective back then and it was 2 years ago. Now Blacky feels the need to attack Daniel for his not safe for work and threatening to report him for it. Daniel took a screenshot which was shown right here. Also, I find it ironic that Blacky is attacking Daniel for his not safe for work when Blacky himself does not safe for work. Logic!
If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a
Break it down, bitch! Let me see you back it up! Drop that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up!
If there's one thing I've noticed with Blacky is that he's a massive hypocrite. Let me explain why. On his profile page, he gives rules that you shouldn't attack or harass him. While he attacks, harasses and threatens the people who either wronged him in the past or have done nothing wrong. So Blacky, you tell us not to harass you and attack you. Yet you do the exact same thing you tell us what we shouldn't do. You need to practice what you preach. Big time. Here's something else that Blacky does, and that classifies him as a coward in my eyes, for doing this type of shit. If you've had drama with Blacky, he will block you. Now, blocking someone on social media is a way for people to stop trolling and harassers from flooding their profile. It can also be used for people who don't give a crap about your opinion. Now, here's what Blacky does. He'll block you if you have a beef with him, and when he blocks you, you think, well, good riddance to that guy. Nope. Blacky then goes and talks shit about you behind your back to his mindless sheep. Now, this makes Blacky a coward because if he blocks you, he should ignore you except he doesn't let go of petty grudges. Blacky will shit talk you with no way of you to respond to him because he blocked you. If you want to talk shit about me and my friends, do it to my face rather than blocking me and doing it behind my back like a coward.
If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a
Break it down, bitch! Let me see you back it up! Drop that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up!
If there was one thing that Blacky is, it's manipulative. Once I and everyone else prove that Blacky is spewing shit and being a hypocrite, he resorts to playing the victim card like a bitch. He will manipulate people into thinking we're the bad guys and he's the victim. They will defend Blacky even though I and other people know that Blacky is wrong and is in the wrong. Not us. No matter how much evidence we put out or how many times we've exposed Blacky, Blacky will find a way to pull the wool over clueless people's eyes without them hearing our side of the story or finding out any evidence. When Blacky knows he's been backed into a corner, he'll play the victim or use pathetic excuses on him defending himself when he's actually attacking people. The people that watch Blacky and listen to everything he says lacks any common sense to think for themselves or understand what really is happening. One of these people is Elite Face 640. Elite Face will not only defend Blacky, but will say that we're the bad guys and refuse to listen to reason. Because he likes to suck on Blacky's dick, he will tell me and Chrissy that we're in the wrong. Huh, the stupidity is strong in this one. Maybe he should change his name from Elite Face 640 to Elite Autism. Now, let's move on to the last one point, and then my final thoughts, because we're nearly done here. Remember in my old videos, I stated I never liked to show my face to on the internet because there were people out there who would use it to make fun of me. Yeah, I only show my face to people I trust and that can keep a secret. Blacky, however, feels the need to take other people's face reveals and edit them to harass and make fun of them. Again, this is cowardly of him because he makes fun of other people's face reveals but he never showed himself. If he has the stupidity to make fun of other people's face reveals, then why doesn't he show his face? Is it because he's embarrassed or he doesn't want people to make fun of him? Adding on to this, he makes hate art of everyone he doesn't like or has snapped at him. He has made hate art of Rubai twice, hate art of Chrissy and a few times, and has made hate art of me and Daniel. Honestly, Blacky is fucking pathetic to make hate art of me, and he says we're the harassers and faggots. Hypocrite! Overall final thoughts, Blacky is one of the worst people I've ever met in the Splatoon community. A bully, harasser, uses empty threats and hate art as an excuse to defend himself, manipulative, a paedophile, and an alcoholic prick. And to those who hate Blacky, here's my advice. Block and report him for bullying and harassment. For those who like Blacky, I'm not telling you to unblock him or unwatch him. Just be careful on what he may do and don't always listen and take his side. Listen to the other side's story before you pass judgment to block. Anyways, I'm JamaicanEdgy08, and Blacky, if you're watching this, then I'm waiting for your response on this. If you have the balls to talk to me, go ahead. I'll talk to you unless you plan to talk shit about me like the coward you are. I'm glad your reputation's up in flames anyways.